This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to the 1,000-Year Bleachcast. It's a podcast focused on the multimedia franchise Bleach, and we talk about it 3 episodes at a time. It's a bonus podcast for you, the pandemic-stricken listener. That's right. I am your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my Shinigami Stairmaster.
Hey, I'm kind of just an interloper on this whole plot line.
Yeah, that's real strange. And with us, as always, is our other co-host and murderer of my mom, Kyo-Rang.
Hello, Swanson.
Oh,
You are weak.
Wow.
Yet a child.
you have very ominous energy, like old man ominous energy.
I will kill you.
What a fearsome opponent. You don't stand a chance.
I'm afraid.
Hey, Swanson.
Oh, hey, Kyo. You were like real ominous there for a second. That was strange.
No, just focus on me, the Kyo you know and love.
Yeah,
right
the
here
one dangling
next to
off
you.
of his forehead.
Yeah, as he always does.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds
Lower
about
your
right.
guard. Just sit back, relax, chill out.
Should I like relax, all cool?
You should get really close to that big jaw that's right behind Kyo.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I noticed you're sitting 6 feet away from me. That's a little too far.
Well, that's social distancing.
Look, I'm not like I'm a hollow. So,
What?
I mean, I'm healthy. I don't have it. You don't have it either. We can just hang out. We can sit next to each other. Real close.
Oh, you mean you have hollow bones, and that the corona can't get in that way?
Yeah, it needs like a lot of marrow to seep into.
That's the proven
how it
science.
Yeah, there's a scientist at my house.
Oh, yeah?
He's got hollow bones too.
Wow.
He didn't have corona, and he told me all about it.
Yeah, what's he look like? Does he look like stranger than all of the other people that you would encounter?
Does he wear a weird
Well-
mask?
Well, he's 9 feet tall,
Oh.
600 pounds. He wears a mask, like a big bony looking mask.
Yeah, I don't trust this person.
Yeah, I do not trust this scientist. He does not sound like a trusted source of field.
Yeah, well he's wearing a lab coat.
Oh!
Oh, well, that does change things, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you like what you're hearing so far, why don't you send us a message on TV Tuners at Twitter?
Yeah, or you can send us a Bleach-related email, if that's a thing you're into, at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
And if you're wondering still what this is, I think we've been pretty clear, but it's a Bleach podcast, a little bonus that we've been
This is
giving out
Orange
to
Guy.
you guys.
There's an orange guy with a sword.
Would you define him as an orange guy?
No,
or just an
he's a-
orange-headed man?
He's like a light redhead with a sword, and he fights evil ghosts.
Okay, but you don't really describe people as being their hair color.
Like, I'm not a brown boy.
I
That's
call
a totally
Italians
different
black
thing.
people all the time.
Like the only time you would describe someone's hair as who they are is like if they're Sonic. Like
Yeah.
like Sonic's definitely like a little
Like a
blue
Sonic
guy.
man?
He's like a blue guy, bouncing
Shadow's
around, going like, hey!
Yeah, and Shadow is an African American.
Mm-hmm. He's been claimed.
Yeah.
Just like Piccolo.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome to the world of Bleach. We've done 2 episodes of this, so if you haven't listened to those, you should go do that.
You might be a little lost.
Yeah. And we're just gonna dive on in. We watched 3 whole episodes this week, and
As
we're gonna
usual.
talk about them. We're gonna talk about them in great detail, probably.
Yes. So we open up and the the cliffhanger from last week, they almost undo completely within, like, a minute.
To the point where, like, you don't even really see anything close to the game being destroyed or these children about to be accosted. This episode, by the way, is called Greetings from a Stuffed Lion, which we'll get to in a little bit. So
What was that?
is that a stuffed lion?
I think that's just the souls of the damned wailing at us.
Oh, yeah. Keo, do you have a lot of those?
Inside you?
Listen, I may have eaten like a few.
Okay. I mean,
See, there are these people
It's 2020.
out there. There's people out there, Swanson, Stairmaster. You may not have noticed, but they've got a lot of spiritual energy,
Yeah.
yeah.
and that's good stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta do you in these trying times. Self-care and whatnot.
Yeah, you grab a couple of those, get some nice bread.
Yeah, hunt down
No,
all the women types.
You're making like a soul sandwich.
Yeah, like toast the bread. Maybe put some condiments on there.
Oh, what's your preferred condiment for a soul?
Mayo.
Yeah, tracks. As long as it's not Miracle Whip.
Yeah, why would you put Miracle Whip with a soul? That's like, I don't know, ironic or something, right?
Oh, because you're putting something artificial with something that's very, very, like, real.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta get the nice bread. Maybe like, I don't know, sourdough sounds pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we before we even get to that cliffhanger, we actually open up with nice guy Urahara,
Oh, yeah.
who's like consoling the one lady.
That's his daughter
child.
type.
It's not like his
Legally.
children.
I think it's like a common law adoption at this point.
Man, I
Like,
don't
if
know.
you just have a child in your house long enough, you become its parent.
If animes have taught me anything, you can just sort of take orphan children in Japan and just sort of make them do manual labor for you, and they count as yours.
Yeah.
What a good system they've got going.
Anyways, he consoles her and tells her he's not mad at her for giving them the rejected bioweapons program.
And then we get
Lotso.
some squad goals here with his boys strapped up, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. One of them has this weird bandaged up weapon that we don't get to see unbandaged.
Ever?
Not this week.
Oh, okay. So yeah, these kids try to recount this story because Ichigo runs off his mod soul.
Yes, Dark Ichigo, we'll call
yes.
him for now, for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, Dark Ichigo runs away.
And then Ichigo and Ruki have to leave because they're not supposed to be here yet. By
Yeah.
the storyline they're actually adopting.
And the teacher comes out and is like, "What happened here?" And they were like, "Oh, well, this high schooler showed up and like ran away, like flew." And they were
And
like,
the teacher sees the Game Boy Advance. It's like, you kids are full of shit.
yeah, blamed on video games once again."
Yeah, and then this fucking Sky Centipede comes in. It's got an evil old man laugh.
Yeah, the Hollows also hate video games, apparently.
Well, he is an old man.
I mean,
No,
do we really know what the deal is?
Those kids were definitely on his lawn at some point, and he was angry.
Well, maybe they murdered him, and that's why he came there to eat him. Because they don't seem to be very spiritually powerful.
No, they're probably just maybe he just hates children.
So
Anyway,
it's like
do you
that
got a
movie,
name for this one?
M? Oh, shit.
Is it just
This one definitely has a name. Just give me a second. Give me a second, please.
Oh wow!
Jeez, unprofessional. This is the type of quality that we do not have here on the podcast. We only have the highest of quality.
All right,
Instead of doing the important Bleach research,
Okay,
Stairmaster
according
got
to the-
high and posted politics on Twitter.
Okay, so according to the Bleach wiki, this hollow is named Millipede Like Hollow.
That's not a name.
Sorry.
That is a very fearsome name, I'll be honest.
I got names for the next episode, though, for all the guys.
Yeah, his name is in there.
No, I got names for the other two as well.
Oh, all right. We'll call this one Millie.
Yes.
And Millie's sort of milling about.
We'll call him M after the movie about the child killer.
Sure. And I mean, this one doesn't actually take any souls.
Oh, he tries. apparently.
He tries, yeah.
And so, not Ichigo has a turn apart and defends these kids, but it turns out he's very outclassed.
Yeah. And Ichigo is very
he's-
mad that he's wasting. He's trying to he's getting hurt in his body.
He's pretty strong, but not as strong as a Hollow, apparently.
So I think the idea was these mod souls were supposed to go in Shinigami corpses, not human corpses, and that's the problem. That's why he's
Well,
losing.
he still demonstrated some superhuman abilities, though, just not Hollow level.
Just not enough. So, anyways, yeah, they kill the Hollow.
Together as a team, they're team up boys who are the same boy.
Yes. And they have a nice little heart-to-heart on this building balcony.
Yeah, we learned that the Soul Society's pretty fucked.
Yeah, he literally was sentenced to die the day after he was created. But luckily, he fell to the bottom of this pool of identical souls.
Yeah.
Why are they all the same color? How are you supposed to tell them apart?
I guess they didn't think that one. Maybe that's why they got rid of the program. They were like, "Oh, we messed up bad."
I knew we shouldn't have given it to the colorblind researchers.
Was each soul's for a specific purpose, and they needed to be differentiated?
I think that would be helpful, at least.
I thought they were just interchangeable. They didn't care about their individuality because they're just weapons, right?
I think the ones in the background are like regular ones because it's implied he escaped because he sunk to the bottom. This animation we see.
Yeah, which is a nice animation, by the way.
Yeah,
but yeah, killing a soul the day after it's created, that's like GOP levels of incompetence.
Yeah.
And,
they couldn't just make like a little robot body and put these guys in?
Yeah. Have some robot fighters. So anyway, as they're having this heart-to-heart, Urahara shows up and says, "Alright, I'll be taking this soul to destroy it now. Thanks, bye."
And Ichigo's like, "What the fuck?" And Rukio's like, "Hey, we paid for this."
Yeah.
And Urahara's like, "Hey, this is a forbidden weapon. Are you sure about that?" And she's like, "Nah. We'll keep it."
So they put it in a very belligerent stuffed lion.
That they just found in this garbage heap next to a construction site.
I appreciate that they save the soul and then are immediately like, well, what can we fucking ditch this thing into? And they decide just whatever they can find in the garbage will do. I do like that at first Ichigo thought a dead body would be nice, but then realized that it'd be hard to find.
Yeah.
So
why didn't they just go to the morgue? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. So not only is it a stuffed lion, it's also a pervert.
Yes,
this is an
that's
anime.
very interesting because this is a stuffed animal with no sexual organs, and yet he can still feel sexual desire.
Listen,
Which makes me wonder, what kind of twisted individual made these mod souls? Like, what
well,
sort of sex freak?
We might find out.
yeah, as I'm sure everyone knows, horniness is in the soul.
Yeah, it's a very key part of the soul, which is why we know that this thing is a very living and breathing creature.
Yes, horniness comes from the heart, which is very important. We'll learn later on.
Yeah, scientists will tell you that hormones are not involved at all in the process.
That's right. And then the plot line sort of ends halfway through the episode, so the rest of the episode is sort of just set up for the next two.
Can we talk about Ichigo's casual wear, his pajamas? He's got these cool neon striped pants he wears when he's at home.
Those are nice. I'd like a pair.
Yeah, that's some good choice picks by Ichigo this episode.
Yeah. But we do get him sort of being all down about he notices that the next day is Thursday, June whatever the fuck the day was. You got that?
Whatever the fuck. Nope.
All right.
Stare. As our Bleach maximum cyber expert, I need you to answer this question for me. This is really important.
What year does?
Is there? Well, you can answer that because that's interesting. But I was gonna ask you. Is there any supplemental material that explores Bleach going clothes... not Bleach, Ichigo going clothes shop... Yeah, Bleachigo going clothes shopping and exploring his fashion sense.
Unfortunately, no. I believe that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure does have a spin-off where one of its characters goes to a fashion show, though.
Oh, yeah.
And then he runs into a Gucci bag that's possessed by an enemy stand.
That sounds good.
That's June 17th, by the way.
All right, so yeah, he looks at his June 17th, and he's like, oh!
Oh, and the sad egg gets all mopey.
Yeah. Also, the mod soul is now referred to as Khan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is short for something I can't remember or pronounce.
It's a Japanese name for mod souls, which is Kanpaku. So they just take the first syllable. In the manga, they make a joke about coming up with names, and one of them is like Bostrom or something cool like that.
Mm-hmm. That would be...
In this, Khan wants to be called Kai, but Ichigo says, that sounds too cool.
Anyways,
no way.
Yeah, we get to the high school.
It sounds like something they would put in front of a Dragon Ball Z.
There's a weird guy with glasses knitting stuff in the background.
Oh yeah, we get an Archer Twink sighting.
And these, the girls are talking about this art assignment, drawing a future version of themselves, and this might be the best joke in the series.
The best joke in the series. They
don't
don't get better.
I don't know. What do you think, Kyo?
It's funny, and it made me remember that Orihime was supposed to be, like, weird.
Anyways,
So she's not weirder later in the series.
So, yeah,
there's an entire arc where she's sitting there being sad the entire time, basically, so...
That tracks, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, girl number 3 is like, hey, I need help with this art assignment during my future self. What did you do, Tatsuki? And Tatsuki, like, drew her with the world title belt for Valley Tudo.
My
like,
God!
Like, crumpled over dead in the corner.
Tatsuki's killed him, my God!
But then
He was
Orihime was
broken
like,
in half.
check out mine. And it's just her as this 50s cylinder robot with treads shooting missiles where her boobs would be.
Doesn't it just say the future me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good joke.
Yeah.
And I think she said she had 20,000 degrees Celsius flamethrower breath or something.
She has all the weapons.
Well, that's the dream.
She's
That's
the
the dream
ultimate
right there.
mobile suit weapon system. Anyways, yeah, they know. Orihime immediately notices something's up with Ichigo because he says hi in a normal manner.
And that's apparently not normal for him.
Very warning sign.
Yeah. And does she mention it to them, or she just think this?
Yeah, she tells them that, he acts like that whenever he's very tense. It's probably because it's the anniversary of his mother's death.
Yeah, they really build up this reveal. And we get that, and then he's like, that night, he's just like...
Oh, yeah, he can't sleep.
Yeah, he's like, hey, listen, can I, like, not be the Soul Reaper for, like, a day? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they didn't reveal all this in episode 1 like you'd expect in a lot of anime.
Oh, yeah. Well, they actually do the pilot thing that Western television does, where they try to sell you on the show first before they dump all the world building on you, like modern anime does.
Oh, so you mean you're appreciative that they didn't pull a Fire Force and just tell you immediately that?
Yeah. Oh, great how they... It's not a good decision.
Yeah, it kind of takes away from any kind of resonance it might have with you.
I mean, JoJo doesn't do the pilot stuff, but it's very much a novelistic type introduction episode, so I guess that works too. Anyways, I just want to point out, Ichigo can't sleep unless his eyes are covered. And I can relate to that.
Yeah, same.
He's got like this towel wrapped around his head.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to keep the evil thoughts away.
I just think he's sensitive to light.
But I mean, we don't see him sleeping like that all the time, do we?
I don't know. We don't get to see him sleeping that much, I don't think.
It's shows a sign of weakness.
Anyways, we cut to feudal Japan?
Yeah, what's this?
And this grown man is playing Beyblades? With
Yeah,
some children?
And this he loses, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, of course.
And then a mysterious masked figure shows up and tells him that he has an assignment for him.
Uh-oh.
And it deals with
Whenever
Rukia?
Listen, whenever somebody walks into the room and says, I've got an assignment for you, something bad is going to happen.
Also, he knows shit teleports away after he gives him the assignment.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Also, this guy's got a katana, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Which is unusual in this show. Just
very unprecedented.
Bonkers.
And then, that's the end of the episode.
That's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good cliffhanger.
Anyway,
it's a decent episode. It feels like it's a bit of like a transitional piece.
Yeah, we're stuck between two places, I guess, but well.
Yeah, because the next 2 episodes are much better.
Anyways, we cut to the Hollow world, and there's this big furry Hollow with these two mysterious figures who seem to be humans.
Huh?
That's weird stuff, man. Good thing we're not going to see that guy.
And he announces that he'll be going, implying that they have some sort of plan, even though the events of this episode just make it seem like a run-of-the-mill thing for him.
Yeah.
Almost like this is anime only.
And we get this episode is called June 17th, Memories in the Rain.
So we'll get the name of the Hollow guy, but do you want to know the name of those two other figures we see?
Do they never show up again?
Oh, they both show up again.
So maybe not. I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Well, do they get named when they show up?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep it a surprise.
But they won't show up again for another 100 episodes.
Oh, okay, give me the names.
Okay, so this taller one is Icelinger, and the other one is D-Roy Rinker.
They sound like One Piece characters.
Oh, they're supposed to be said with like a Spanish accent, but
Oh, Spanish. So that means they're something.
Anyways, yeah, we cut to them making Ichigo and his family making their way up this scenic, rustic Japanese road.
That's right, and we get to witness his father's powers with the father's slide,
which immediately causes Karen to kick him down the road.
Yes,
like half a mile, just for the crime of being slightly goofy.
Yeah, which I mean, to be fair, their dad is always slightly goofy, except for the end of the next episode. But
there's a very strange reaction to grief this man experiences.
Anyways, fashion watch. Ichigo's got the stylish yellow shirt, but it's got red sleeves, and it says "E Beat Phil" on it in red text.
It's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
How does he pull this out? How does he pull this off? I don't understand.
He must be shopping at the Japanese equivalent of H&M.
I really want
to
this
explain
shirt.
it. So we get Rukia shows up and he's not pleased.
They play a gag of him pretending not to know her, and then they go and talk in the woods while the predator watches them from the canopy.
Yes. Yeah, and he mentions that he's actually the murderer of his mom.
Yeah, because Rukia's like, "Hey, did a Hollow kill your mom?" And Ichigo's like, "No,
no, I blame myself for that. It's my fault.
Yeah,
I'm not going to run off."
And it's supposed to be this emotional moment, but because you had the Shinigami from the end of the last episode watching them, that sort of like, becomes grabs your attention more than the emotional drama.
It definitely undercuts it because you're more thinking, who's that guy? What's he doing?
Yeah, he's Soul Reaper number 9 shows up. What's his name? I couldn't find his name.
Fuck, I know it.
Because I'm assuming he doesn't show up again.
He doesn't show up again because, want to know a secret? He's not in the manga. He's not in the manga for the story arc at all. They just added him here.
So they were like,
why?
This needs a little bit more for some reason.
Well, that explains a lot because they resolve it by him having no impact on the plot because he just says, "Welp, bye.
Yeah.
Going home. Looks like you two are like a couple. Goodbye."
Yeah, his name is Aikichiro Saito.
And he's just here for this part, and then this is like, bye.
Yep.
All
He
right.
just gets in the way of everything, plot-wise.
Yeah. We do get flashbacks to Ichigo as a wimpy child.
Yeah, we cut to Orihime and Tatsuki hanging out at one of their houses. I don't know whom's. And we get to see a little kid Ichigo in karate gear.
They're in their summer home.
Yeah.
That's got to be Tatsuki's house. Come on, we know what Orihime's looks like. It's
all right. You're right.
We had a whole episode in there.
You're right.
And so they're hanging out, and she's mentioning that when she met Ichigo, he was a big old wimp, big old mama's boy.
But he was also like a way kinder, happier kid.
Yeah, and then something happened.
Something bad happened.
Yeah, I guess they don't really mention it a whole lot because Orihime spends these 2 episodes sort of just reciting a poem and not really doing anything else. But she, I guess, saw Ichigo the day that his mom died. Mm-hmm. That's something. that we might get into in another future episodes, maybe.
Possibly. We'll see.
Anyway, yeah, Soul Reaper number 9.
This flashback is fucking raw. I mean, there's like this one scene where Kid Ichigo is just standing where his mom died, and then sitting down when he gets tired, and then standing up again.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Not to mention the flashback we get later when his mom actually died.
Yeah.
So then we get Soul Reaper number 9's hanging out, and he's all like, "Oh, so you finally decided to pick up a guy, and it's a human. That's so weird."
Yeah. And Ruki's just like, "Who are you?"
So none of this hyper over Rukia Ichigo shipping was canon.
Nope.
That tracks with what I remember of the ending of the series.
Spoilers.
Anyway, they do ship this really hard. Like they're really hammering home this relationship in this episode and the next one.
Yeah. But no, they're just friends. They're legitimately just friends.
It turns out, yeah, they couldn't be any more friends.
And they both like it that way.
Yeah. So the Soul Reaper mentions that Rukia broke Soul Society's laws by giving Ichigo her powers.
And we won't get an explanation about that. I don't think they actually say what the crime is this episode.
No, I think that he mentions that it's like breaking the law, though, or something. Something forbidden.
It was definitely... He definitely mentioned that it was a crime after it was said that he had the power.
Yeah. Because Ichigo shows up and he's all like, "Yeah, whatever, loser. Let's fight." And then they fight, and he's like, "Boy, you're fighting with all your anger and nothing else."
Wow, you fucking suck at this. Did no one teach you how to use a sword?
And it turns out, no, actually, not really.
Meanwhile, the Hollow appears and just starts fucking his sisters up, like really brutally.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. So Ichigo runs off to go deal with that, and then Rukia, does he just run away from this guy? I don't remember what happens here.
They both just like say, "Okay, we have to go. We're gonna go do this." And he's like, "Oh shucks, look at these guys going."
Yeah, because this guy wasn't here in the manga, so they have to completely reblock everything. To use a little theater terminology.
Yeah. So then Ichigo gets there in time right before his sister's like murdered, which is nice of him to be there. Their dad is nowhere to be found. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
And then he starts battling and stuff. And does the guy come in to help, or is that at the end of?
The guy gets like owned immediately at the start of this fight.
Yeah, and then he just like takes a nap.
Yeah.
That was strange. Like I thought they killed him, but he's just sleeping.
Yeah.
They couldn't even kill off this guy.
Oh, we also get a little bit of Rukia's backstory in this episode.
Oh yes.
We learn that she's from the noble family, because I guess they have noble families in the Soul Society.
Like, imagine if you went to heaven and there was a monarchy.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to have a rebellion that never happens.
No, there's a rebellion. It's called the
Shut up.
Huh?
Okay. Huh?
It's called the Diamond Dust Rebellion.
Oh, maybe we'll get into that sometime. Probably not.
And that's a rebellion wherein
one guy,
nobody rebels.
And 2 women.
Oh, that doesn't sound like much of a rebellion.
Yeah, never mind. There's no rebellion.
But yeah.
Unless there's one in the last arc that Sarah hasn't told me about, but doesn't sound like it.
The rebellion is the ending of the series, actually. The true rebellion. Anyway,
so yeah, this guy, this Hollow, it's like a big hair boy, and it gets Ichigo good.
With its hair.
Yeah, and Rukia's about to cast a spell on it. And
now,
here we have another divergence from the manga.
Oh.
In the manga, she doesn't get to cast a spell because Ichigo tells her to stay out of it. But in the anime,
but in this, the spell just is ineffective. He just breaks out of it
every other
after 2
spell
seconds.
she's used. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, this is really not a good way to introduce spells into the show, is it?
I think she's done it 3 times, and each time it has not worked, including on Ichigo.
Oh, it sort of worked on Ichigo.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little while, and then he broke free as a human man.
But yeah, this dude, this hollow Grand Fisher,
Yes.
whips his hair back and forth.
He's very famous for killing a ton of Shinigami using a lure that looks like people dangling in front of his head.
Which makes me think, how dumb are these Shinigami?
Well, he can shapeshift the lure into their loved ones.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Now, all he needs is like a split second when you're a giant monster.
Yeah. Yeah, and he has this lure that looks like a ghost, the ghost that Ichigo saw.
Yes.
On the day that his mother died. So, you connect the dots and whatnot.
Yes, he connects the dots. Everyone connects the dots at this point.
Yeah. And I think we transition at some point into the third episode we watched.
Yeah, I have no
Unbeatable
idea
Enemy.
The show really likes to do cliffhangers. It's very overt about it.
Yeah, look, I mean, you want to hook them while you can, get them going.
Yeah, it works.
Anyway,
allegedly.
So
what do you mean allegedly?
I can't remember where episode 7 ended. Episode 8 began. So.
Well, yeah, but we've established that you're high, so.
Yeah. Have we? Okay.
We did. It's been established. By me right now. This hollow is also extra gross because he's the second hollow we meet who just really loves killing ladies. Apparently, I'm starting to get worried.
In the manga, he prefers to kill children.
Okay, so I guess slightly better. Do you think they changed that just because it was children, or because it makes more sense for why Ichigo wasn't murdered?
I have no idea. I think it was for censorship purposes. Because they also toned down the violence here a lot from the manga.
Is that how censorship is? They can't talk about killing children?
Well, yeah, they also changed Orihime's backstory to remove all the references to abuse, to physical abuse.
Okay. I think it at the end of the day, it does make more sense, I guess.
I guess this is technically a child show, so...
Whatever.
It's always strange to me because this show was on Adult Swim when I was a child and not on Toonami.
Well, it's for like adolescents
who cannot experience the idea of children getting harmed.
Well, yeah, yes, they would never experience such a thing.
One singular children.
One child.
One child policy.
Expand on that.
No, I will not.
Oh, all right.
Anyway,
they had that in Japan, Stare? Is that what you're saying? Yes.
No, they need a 5-child policy.
No, Stare's actually saying that he wants them to institute it in Japan.
Wow, that would be a really big problem for them if they did that.
So yeah, they're fighting, and Ichigo's getting fucked up real hard, and Rukia wants to step in, but then she flashes back to the past, and there's this mysterious white-haired figure.
Yeah, it's like a force ghost.
They're both dressed like Shinigami in this past flashback.
Yeah.
They've got the speech about how some fights are for life, but some fights are for honor.
And she's like, oh, that's profound.
And
guess I'll watch him die.
Ichigo is also like, no, this is personal. And she decides that's a good idea. That fine, might as well watch and see how this goes. Like,
So
what is she prepared to do if he gets murdered?
Run. That's all she can do. Anyway, so Grand Fisher's like, wow, you really fucking suck, kid.
Yeah.
Really. Hey, look, it's your mom. He turns his lure into the vision of Ichigo's mom.
And that turns out to be a mistake.
Well, yes. Ichigo gets stunned and then stabbed in the shoulder, conveniently.
Yes. And
there's a lot of shoulder stabbing.
Well, in the manga, he gets stabbed through the chest.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's no bueno.
And there's another big change, but go on.
Yeah, so it turns out this isn't so much a ghost as an incredible simulation of one. I guess because they have like the dying memories of the person. Sure.
Yeah. Yes. So the lure becomes an actual force ghost of Ichigo's mom and tells him how proud she is.
Yeah, and
that sort of bullshit.
Yeah, and that inspires him to be #1 champion.
I guess that kind of explains why it's effective against Soul Reapers, because it's a little more sophisticated than a dummy.
So here's another thing: the glowy mom bullshit.
Is that anime only?
Yes. And yeah.
Still, though, we can talk about how an adaptation can explain things a little better.
Yeah, but I don't like this.
Well, it doesn't make too much sense, I guess. But
we're getting into Stare likes the manga more territory.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, Ichigo gets motivated to stab Grand Fisher.
Yeah, this motivates him, and he stabs him, and I guess that's enough for him to be like, all right, bye.
Yeah, well,
unlike every other Hollow we've seen, who just like sticks around after they get slashed.
Well, in the manga, he chops off his upper right half, like including his arms and stuff.
That's a good reason to leave. In this one, he just sort of like cuts his arm off, and he's like, "Wow, that hurt."
He doesn't even do that. He just makes a hole in him.
He's like,
why would they censor that?
I don't know.
But yeah, so the ghost leaves or whatever, and Ichigo's like, "Ouch, that really sucked." And he falls over and has like a nice tender moment with Rukia.
They also have to truncate Grand Fisher's escape in the anime because this is a 22-minute program. But in the manga, he has this extended sequence of him crawling away and then sucking himself up into his own lure to fly away.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah, it's very gross.
That's nasty, man.
Yeah, I don't...
I had him booked for my birthday party.
Why?
Like he was going to do party tricks?
Yeah, like I thought he was going to use his lure to entertain us, but...
Then he just ate all your friends?
Yeah, that's no good.
And said you were too weak to even bother with?
Well, my birthday party is in a couple months, but I'm canceling it now.
Oh, because of the spread of the virus.
No, because I'm scared he's going to eat all my friends.
Oh, well, I guess that's another good reason to cancel a birthday party.
Well, I'm canceling his appearance. We're still going to have a birthday party with no social distancing whatsoever.
Yeah, Keo, you're big into not believing this virus is a hoax, right?
I'm just saying, like, the government's lying to us, and Bill Gates something or other.
9/11.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And something about like the 5G towers.
Well, there are 5G towers, and they're sending out waves that's
5G isn't
making
real. That's just the spiritual pressure of incredibly strong Soul Reapers.
Oh, that makes sense. No.
That explains how they have cell phones.
Oh yeah, no wonder. That makes sense. So,
we cracked it, boys. Now we got to be careful because they're going to send those guys after us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. So, yeah, the dude wakes back up and he's like, "Whoa, all right, time for me to leave the story," and he disappears. And I guess like
he'll come back once 200 episodes from now.
Really?
For a nice little nod. Also in a manga scene,
does he literally just nod in the background?
He's like, "Wow, what an incredible battle that's going on several miles away," and then you don't see him again.
What a guy, my favorite.
And then we get the scene that was cut from the anime where Grand Fisher goes back to Hollow World, and those two mask boys are like, "Wow, you got your ass kicked. You didn't even fight that hard."
Yeah, this guy is very strange because the way he's portrayed, it seems like he's going to be coming back a lot more.
Oh yeah, in the scene, yes. He swears they cut off his mask and he becomes a guy, and since he's even stronger, it's going to get revenge on Ichigo. And then we won't see him again for another 100 episodes.
Huh. That's odd.
Yeah, but that's not in the anime, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess in this one he just leaves and then doesn't come back for another 100 episodes.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Weird choice, but I mean limited time run.
So yeah,
we get this one shot of Ichigo's sister. It's like passed out in this weird featureless room. I guess it's part of the shrine?
It's whatever his dad was visiting. I guess because they explain away why their father is not there. And then his dad is waiting there with them. And then him and his dad have a nice little father-son chat where we actually get to see like a serious side of his father.
Mm-hmm.
somewhat.
It's very touching, and then he needs Ichigo and the kid needs and walks off.
Yeah, as you know, as fathers do.
Yeah.
It's very,
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, we've all had to fight our father after they need us in the back during a morning.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you become a man.
It's a rite of passage here in America. I don't know about like Japanese customs, but in America, it's really how you take over ownership of the household.
That's right. And that's why we're number one.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's our foreign policy.
Oh yeah, we need people in the back.
That's what happened in 2003.
Yeah, we got to be the center of attraction here in America.
So yeah, that's the end of those 3 episodes, and we don't really get any like. I guess he like swears to Rukia that he's gonna be like,
the best Shinigami.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be the best there ever was. You know.
He said, "I'm gonna be the Shinigami King."
No,
that's what he says. Yeah,
wrong series.
Oh no, that's not right. He said, "Oh wait," he says that he's gonna be the greatest Shinigami of all time, right? Something like that. Like he's gonna challenge people to like Shinigami tournaments.
Yes.
He says he's gonna win the Shinigami Chef Championship.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Anyway, and then the episode's sort of just done.
Yeah.
And
nobody knows who I really am.
Yeah, serenade us, Kyoran.
Yeah, sing the whole song.
Yeah, we're waiting.
That's the only line I know before I'm done listening to it.
Oh, you just tune out immediately.
Listen, I listen to the ending once and then I skip it.
Unless it's a real bop.
Yeah, unless it's really good.
And this one is not.
When I listen to
as we discussed in our first episode, this one is not a bop.
Yeah.
Maybe later ones. We'll see.
Yeah. The now intro music, that's a bop.
Yeah, I listened to like a third of that before skipping it.
That's certified banger. Anyway. Yeah?
No, you go.
Yeah, was this batch of episodes tune in or tune out?
I would say tune in.
Yeah, I'll give it a tune in. The first episode is sort of just a place setter, and then the other two are fun.
I don't care for Shinigami number 9 very much.
I mean,
it seems completely unnecessary.
It's a tune in, but that's definitely a bizarre and unwarranted inclusion.
Yeah, the fact that he doesn't show up ever again is just the most baffling part of this trio of episodes.
They also do
the most irritating thing about his inclusion is that apparently they cut things that would have been cool.
Yeah, there's also a scene with Khan that got cut where he's talking with Rukia and he pleads with Rukia to save Ichigo at first because he cares about Ichigo, but then covers up by saying he doesn't want to be in his body forever.
Yeah, Khan does do a little bit of stuff here by like taking his sisters to safety and whatnot.
Yeah, but he doesn't get his time to shine.
Yeah.
In this portrayal rendition.
Does he ever get his time to shine?
No.
Okay, good.
We'll talk about why some of the characters in Ichigo's life don't show up later, but that's for another day.
Yes, for now.
Oh, what day is that?
Thursday. Every Thursday, except for today. Except for this week.
I want to say about 10 Thursdays from now.
Oh.
Maybe.
And we're probably going to still be here by then. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this week's episode, right?
Yeah, we still don't know how to end this pod.
Yeah, so I guess that's it.
Goodbye.
We'll be back next week with more Shinigami. Until then, keep soul reaping. Bye.
Bon Kai.
It's over.
Hey guys, it's me, Chad. I can punch real good. See ya.